Oh, welcome back to the Media Unrestricted podcast. I'm Chase.
And I'm Dylan.
First off, if you could give us a like and a subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. I noticed we got a new subscriber, so welcome to the channel and thank you for subscribing. I guess let's just get right into action. Let's start off with the first topic. Space Jam released some new pictures from, I think, Entertainment Weekly.
Yep.
And overall, they look nice. They look really cool. You got LeBron James, which is the main character, which Dylan knows I hate LeBron James, but I'll suck it up and get over it. And you got Don Cheadle with
Little kid.
I assume maybe LeBron's son, maybe for the movie.
I don't know.
Maybe. Don't know, but it looks like they're in. I don't know where they are, but if I'm correct, I think Don Cheadle might be the bad guy. Maybe. Okay. So, but for those, but then the next pictures are the ones I really like. You got Lola Bunny, which, I mean, she looks...
There's a controversy going on with her right now that I don't know if if people really care about or if they just want something to complain about. But
what was the controversy?
They think that in the original movie they drew her in a sexy way, but they made her not look like that in this one, and people are complaining about it for some reason. So it's like you've got bigger issues than if you're worrying about whether or not a cartoon rabbit looks fucking sexy.
Yeah, everyone's
so people need to get their priorities straight.
Mm-hmm.
But we got LeBron high-fiving Lola Bunny here. Get the same shot we just saw, and then you have LeBron with what looks like Russell Westbrook right here, and then you got angry Tweety Bird right there.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's it.
That's about it. But yeah, I know that wasn't this article. It was the other article we had. It says...
I deleted the other article.
Sure. But it had... like other, I guess, Warner Brothers characters are going to be in the movie.
Yeah, they said Batman, Mad Max.
I thought I've heard Joker, Pennywise might show up, so I'm curious to see what they're doing.
Yeah, what would that be even about?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even think
because
of it.
I believe Joker's Joaquin Phoenix, so...
Really?
I'm curious to see what that means. But overall, I'm definitely excited to see Space Jam 2, A New Legacy, which comes out in theaters and HBO Max on July 16th. And I know me and you are definitely down to be seeing that one for sure.
All right. Move on to the next topic here. And that is, for Zack Snyder's Justice League, they've actually revealed that they're going to be... It is going to still be 4 hours long, but they're going to be in chapters. And each chapter has a different name. And this article right here from Screen Rant talks about each chapter and I guess what they think it means to them. Now, the first chapter is going to be called Don't Count on It, Batman. And Screen Rant says that when the first trailer came out for Justice League in 2016, made it clear that Ben Affleck's Batman would be working hard on building an alliance. Don't Count on It, Batman indicates that the opening will put Bruce Wayne in the focus as he's trying to build the Justice League. In Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, Lex Luthor had files on metahumans, including the members that will be founding the team. And while Bruce never had problems getting Barry Allen on board, the same could probably not be said for the other two new members of the team. Part 1 really indicates that he'll have some trouble getting everyone to sign up, most likely with Aquaman and perhaps also Cyborg. And I can see that because when you look at their personalities, like Aquaman, he, like, just from his movie alone too, he was like sort of a tough guy who didn't really.
He doesn't like allies. He kind of wants to do it himself.
He didn't want to be involved with anybody or anything like that.
Yeah.
Chapter 2 is called The Age of Heroes, and they say that one of the biggest elements of Justice League is the history lesson plot that would explore Darkseid's initial attempt to invade Earth. This would focus a lot on Uaxis?
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce that, but the Uax, yeah, sure. The new god's real name before calling himself Darkseid. In the theatrical cut, Darkseid is nowhere to be seen, as is the original design for Steppenwolf. But Zack Snyder's Justice League will restore that and give the real version that fans were supposed to see. The Age of Heroes is likely referencing the warriors that defended Earth against the Apocalyptans the first time when Amazons, Atlanteans, Green Lanterns, and Olympian gods came together to take on Uax's army. The title of this chapter can also reflect the next Age of Heroes that will come in the form of the Justice League. So I think obviously it'll be really cool to see more of Darkseid. Like,
yeah, oh yeah.
This is the first time I was ever hearing about an attempted invasion of Earth a long time ago in the DC universe.
This is the first time I ever heard. I didn't know anything about that.
So it'll be pretty cool to learn about that. Yeah. Chapter 3 is called Beloved Mother, Beloved Son, and I'm pretty sure this is probably in reference to Martha Kent and Clark Kent, obviously. But what the article says is that another corner is that the key to the Snyder Cut is the return of Henry Cavill's Superman after his death in BVS. What Beloved Mother, Beloved Son could be hinting at is likely something to do with Clark and his mother, Martha Kent, which is basically what I said. So I think pretty much since that's basically what it's about, I'm just going to go ahead and skip the rest of this. I guess I could talk a little bit about it.
That one.
One of the characters that was cut from the theatrical version was Cyborg's mother, Eleanor Stone, played by Karen Bryson. With Victor Stone's origin story set to be a key part of the Snyder Cut, it's possible that the chapter refers to them too. Well, I guess it was good that I didn't skip over that, because that'd be a good explanation.
Yeah.
It says it also could apply to the Flash, whose mother was murdered when he was a kid. Part 4 is called Change Machine, which I'm sure is about Cyborg too. While BVS gave a taste of Cyborg's origin story, it's been known for years that he would be an important character in Justice League. With that in mind, the Change Machine chapter title refers to both the Mother Box and, presumably, Cyborg's backstory finally being explained in detail. This is also likely the part where Eleanor's death will be seen as part of the film's Cyborg focus. Change Machine also could be where the team starts to come up with the idea to try and bring Superman back from the dead, using the Mother Box to do so. Even though the resurrection won't be happening in this chapter, it's possibly where Silas Stone will be killed, which has been seen in the initial Snyder Cut trailer. Chapter 5 is called All the King's Horses, and BVS had a horse motif that symbolized the coming of death and or even tragedy in a similar way to the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. But the title All the King's Horses is a reference to the Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme, All the King's Horses and all the King's Men couldn't but Humpty together again, while an interesting choice for a chapter in this story. It alludes to something big revolving around Superman's resurrection. By all means, this indicates that this is where the team executes their attempt to try to revive Superman. However it goes, this chapter will be where Lois Lane discovers that Clark is alive again, rather than what went down with her in the 2017 cut when the League battled Superman after his resurrection. And then chapter 6 is called Something Darker. And for the 6th chapter, which will see the finale of the Snyder Cut, Something Darker has to be where they include the big showdown between the Justice League and Steppenwolf. But it wouldn't stop there, as Steppenwolf's fate would literally open the way for the League to discover Darkseid and the forces of Apocalypse. This will likely also be where they tease Darkseid's coming conquering of Earth that will begin the Nightmare timeline that has been a huge component of Snyder's overall vision. Jared Leto's Joker is set to be part of the Snyder Cut, and Something Darker could very well be where he officially makes his appearance during the Nightmare arc. And then they say epilogue here in the article. And they say, but despite all 6 chapters having their titles fully revealed, there's one more part that Snyder has said will be in the film, an epilogue. Given that the Nightmare sequence doesn't happen until much later in Justice League, the epilogue has to be taking place in that timeline, in some capacity. Due to the fact that the Snyder Cut ends with a cliffhanger, it's likely fair to assume that an epilogue would be used to show how darker it's about to get. After all, Justice League 2 was confirmed to take place entirely in the Nightmare reality, but perhaps the epilogue will also be a way where there is some sort of conclusion. Whether or not the epilogue will have a title remains to be seen, as nothing has been revealed. It must just be called Epilogue, and not have a chapter title at all, but an epilogue will still not be a proper ending to Snyder Cut's Justice League trilogy that he had planned this whole time. Now, before we started, you mentioned to me how you said that Justice League 2 was gonna be a Avengers Endgame sort of thing,
yeah.
Which I guess could mean what they're talking about here. How they say Justice League 2 in the trilogy was meant to be the Nightmare sequence,
yeah,
where like Darkseid's taken over, kind of like how Thanos ended up winning in Infinity War, and people were dealing with it in Endgame. So I guess that's kind of like what you're talking about, right?
There, yeah.
And, I mean, that's pretty much it in regards to all of the chapter titles. I mean, they're pretty straightforward, especially Screen Rant's. This article was pretty good in describing what they thought it meant.
There's kind of everything you need. I definitely kind of like that it's going to be broken up like parts and all that stuff. But I'm glad that we're just getting it all as one film, one thing, and not this parts like it was. As it was going to be at first, but then they changed it. I mean, it's only next week, so I mean, I can't wait for it. It's coming up, and I just can't wait to see what happens with the whole movie.
Yeah. And the next title we have is, again, talking about Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. They released this teaser image right here, and it has Batista and the crew ready for a zombie war. Now, also last week, they came out with a trailer for Army of the Dead. And, I mean, I wasn't really that impressed with it. I mean, the special effects were okay. The makeup was not that good, in my opinion. But what are your opinions about it?
I didn't think it was too bad. I kind of liked the trailer for what it was. It just kind of reminded me of Suicide Squad meets World War Z. It just kind of looks just like a fun thing. It takes place in like a casino.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to kind of see how that works. But it also kind of reminded me of the game.
Dead Rising?
Yeah, kind of similar to that.
Dead Rising 2 probably, where it's in Las Vegas.
Something similar to that.
Or Fortune City, as they say.
I mean, overall, I don't think the trailer was that bad. I'm curious to see what happens. I just did not know that Zack Snyder did Dawn of the Dead remake at all. I didn't know that was what he did. But it's coming to Netflix, I believe this year, maybe in...
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Soon, so... I definitely want to check it out and see how it goes, because Batista's always cool. He was always one of my favorites, so I'm ready to see how that movie kind of works and everything.
Yeah, I am too, and I have pretty much the exact same feelings that you do about it.
You just didn't like the trailer, but maybe the film might be better.
Yeah. All right, next topic we're going to talk about are set photos for Thor: Love and Thunder. Now, I'm going to show you the photos from this Twitter page called Thor: Love and Thunder News. And there are a lot of set photos, and I'm going to go over a majority of them here. Here are just a few of Jane Foster. Nothing really too impressive here, Just her wearing a jean jacket and stuff. We got some of Tessa Thompson here.
Yep, okay.
No idea what the context for these shots could be at all. She's wearing a suit and stuff.
I couldn't tell you.
And then we got... Apparently, this is trending right now. We got jacked Natalie Portman, and obviously, this is probably her getting training for her role as Lady Thor. Whenever that's probably going to happen, because that's been long rumored to be what's going to be in there. Got some more shots here of Tessa Thompson, and then some more shots of Natalie Portman. I think some of these are repeated shots.
Yeah, kind of like the first one, just made different angles.
Some more of these different shots right here. Nothing really.
So most of them I think are from different angles.
You have this shot right here where it's probably going to be her hovering in the air. This is probably where she's going to get her. From what I've seen, this looks like this is probably where she's going to get her Thor powers, maybe. Because I don't know why else she would be floating in the air like that.
Yeah.
There's some more shots of Tessa Thompson and some filming equipment. You got a shot right here of Jane Foster. Sorry, Jane Foster. Come from Natalie Portman.
Different angle
in the air. Different angle, yeah. And then this is like a zoomed out shot, which this sort of looks like a portal of some kind. I don't know what this could be, like what the portal could be going to or anything, but that's an interesting little.
I'm curious to know who this is, who these guys are.
Oh, like little military guys?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then there's also a video right here that shows like Jane Foster in the air, which I'm wondering what this scene would be about if she's like moving around like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's her like getting the powers or some kind of energies going through her. It kind of looks
like something.
So like how
well, she's being possessed.
Yeah, I don't know what this could be doing.
It's really weird.
You got I'm guessing these this is a goat head, and then this looks like is that Meek?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It looks like Meek from Korg and Meek.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Meek.
Yeah, that's Meek.
Is Meek practical?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was practical. They got some more goat heads. I'm guessing it's probably just like decoration or something. And then they're going to start getting into the Matt Damon,
fake thing you got in Ragnarok,
Luke Hemsworth, and Melissa McCarthy as the actors in this thing. Then you got the scene here. I'm not going to show that to you so you don't get spoiled if you think that's a spoiler.
Yeah.
But we're just going to go over the pics right here. some Matt Damon pictures, and Taika Waititi right there. Here's some more of Luke Hemsworth drinking coffee. And here's
fake color.
Melissa McCarthy. There, she's got the hella thing on, and then Matt Damon. Then there's some more of them doing that right there, and then there's Taika Waititi flipping you off. Then here are some like 4K high definition shots of them in these costumes right here. You can see Luke Hemsworth in the Thor costume. You can see Matt Damon in the Loki costume, and Melissa McCarthy in the Hela costume. And this is all of these were actually are part of that video that I didn't want to show you, but it's pretty much it for those. Then these are some of the pretty much the same pictures right here. I'm skipping over some of these because we've seen them before. There's a picture of Matt Damon like dressed as Loki from Thor Ragnarok, and it looks like that's what they're gonna be doing here. And then here's a picture of a dude dressed as Odin.
Do you know who plays Odin?
No.
Yeah, it's Sam.
It said Sam Neill.
Sam Neill from Jurassic Park.
Yeah. So I mean, I think in regards to set photos as of right now, that's pretty much it, right? Because we've went over the other ones, I think.
Different angle, I think.
I'm gonna go down a little bit more.
I think for pretty much, I believe.
Yeah, these are pretty much it at the moment. Like the set photos of Luke Hemsworth, Matt Damon, and Melissa McCarthy playing those characters are pretty much the new ones.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much it in regards to the set photos from Thor: Love and Thunder at the moment.
Oh, at the moment, yeah. But overall, I kind of dig everything we're getting so far. I'm glad they're continuing like the. I don't know what you call it, like the play thing they did in Ragnarok. Yeah. I thought that was a fun little thing. I can't wait to see what goes on with Thor: Love and Thunder, which comes out
2022.
2022, which is forever away.
Yeah.
It seems like, but it's not. But I just can't wait to see because I'm sure we'll have more set photos probably pretty soon. And we'll definitely get to talk to you guys all about that good stuff.
All right. I'll let you talk.
Quiet Place 2 moved up to May. I believe it was intended to come out in July, I think. But John Krasinski, I guess, kind of saw everything with theaters opening back up and just thought, well, might as well just give it early. Because I believe it was intended to come out the beginning of this year. But then, like I said, I know it got moved, but overall, I'm really excited that it did get moved up because I've been super excited to see A Quiet Place 2. I don't know, you haven't seen the first one, have you?
No.
I definitely recommend the first one. It's really good. I just can't wait to see what the second one does because the trailer for the second one was really good. I just can't wait to see. And May will be here in 2 months, so I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah.
Overall, not much to say, but just I'm excited to check it out.
All right. Now I'll let you do this one too.
Dwayne Johnson says that Jumanji 4 is in early stages of development. To be honest, I gotta go on this one. I don't think we need another one because, I mean, the original one is great. When they came back with them was good, but the next level wasn't as good in my opinion. It more or less was the exact same thing, and they had a character from Game of Thrones who was the bad guy, and more or less was just playing the same character in Game of Thrones, but. Yeah, but I mean, it's in early stages of development. I don't know when it's intended to come out, but yeah, I mean, there's just not much I have to say on it, but I just kind of I think they should have stopped at the next level and called it quits because I just don't think you needed to go on anymore.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see whenever it comes out. I'm sure there'll be more news as we go on.
All right. And with that, we're going to move on to the next topic, and that is Chaos Walking was actually released a few days ago, and pretty much to nobody's surprise, nobody really likes it. I mean, there were talks while it was filming that on set it was a disaster pretty much. Like production was pushed back a lot. The shooting was delayed. They had to do reshoots.
I remember there was a lot of problems.
Like, I think they said, I can't remember what they said, but they just said there were a lot of problems this movie was having during production, and it looks like it really affected how it turned out.
It definitely affected it.
Because when you look at reviews, like 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 35% on Metacritic, and 23% on Rotten Tomatoes. And one specific review is right here. Based on the novel called The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness, Chaos Walking is a bland, inert, and deadly dull affair that fails to translate its central concept to the screen, and that's from Den of Geek. But when you go over to Rotten Tomatoes, you'll see that it's 23% from critics and 74% from the audience, which is kind of weird to me because usually this doesn't seem like something that a lot of audiences would go out and see themselves without hearing critic reviews, you know? Because, like, without watching stuff online, I would not have even known that this was coming out. Like, if I wasn't online, I probably wouldn't know this movie was coming out.
I feel like most people, I think, went to see it if they read the book. Maybe they were
either that or they just saw it had Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland in it, and they're like, "Ooh, let's
go check that out."
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like that kind of review, the one you read, says it all. In my opinion, me and you both, I feel like have talked about how we don't think this movie is going to be good. And I feel like it still kind of shows. I know it's 74% still. I mean, I guess some people are liking it, but I don't know. I have no intentions on probably watching it. Even just for the two main people, I don't think I just have any intentions on checking it out. I'd rather go to Wikipedia, look and see what happens, and be done.
Yeah, I know I said, like, I was going to try to watch it, but I just have no interest.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, and I've seen other reviewers saying it's not
I'd rather watch The Room for 5 hours instead of that. Yeah, but The Room's fun.
I'd watch it too. Yeah, it's a bad movie, but it's fun. It's fun. It's a fun bad.
It's fun, and I'm sure this is bad and it's not fun.
Yeah. All right, this next one's all you.
Yep. Young Rock's season 1, episode 3. It was a good episode. This one had Vince McMahon in it, not the Vince McMahon. It was an actor.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good of a pick. But this one discussed kind of Rock's grandmother's was having like a wrestling show, and like this other guy was like a competitor, was paying all these people to come to her show. So then, more I don't know, like I said, how to like kind of explain how these, because they kind of don't really. It's just stories. If you really, like I said, I like the show, but if you kind of want to know more about it, I recommend reading The Rock's biography, Rock Says, which came out in like 2000. But it's pretty good. I read it. I really enjoyed it. But overall, I still think the show is good. It's just I wish it'd go a little bit more in depth, like because some of these stories I'm just not buying. Some of them, they just feel like maybe they're made up, but I don't know. I don't know how many more is left, but I'm definitely gonna finish it out and see how the rest of it goes.
All right, the next one me and you can both talk about, and
because Dylan finally watched Superman and Lois.
Yeah, and it's really good.
Yes, it is.
And one thing I like about it is that it completely ignores the Arrowverse, because I've never seen any of them, and I heard the majority of it's trash. So,
the Flash when it started was good,
but then I heard it sucked.
Then it went.
And then I heard the same thing about Arrow. It was good when it started, then it turned everything. I can
never get into Arrow.
Well, apparently everything in the Arrowverse turned to trash towards the end.
Yeah,
so.
But yeah.
Supergirl, I've heard, was trashed through the whole thing.
I watched the first season and thought it was all right. Yes, episode 2. I thought it was episode 2 was pretty good. I kind of like his son trying to go and see if he has the power, because he had to show his powers in the first one, but I guess he didn't have his power, like kind of, because he shows was it Superman's was his dad right? Because it was like hologram.
The hologram, yeah.
Yeah, but it kind of we go a little bit more with Captain Luthor. And kind of how it ends is really interesting too. So if we can talk spoilers, I guess, on that one.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
With Black Suit Superman is in that. So we're getting him and Snyder cut in this. But I can't remember how did it end, because I know the Lois's dad was back then, wasn't it? Wasn't that him?
Supposedly,
Yeah.
But I think
I don't know.
what it
That's
is
interesting to me. What that is.
I think what it is Lex. Like it showed Lex and what looked like Lois's dad, but yet Lois's dad didn't remember him. I think.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how that goes because apparently Clark doesn't remember that either. So I wonder like what that could be. Like if maybe that was some sort of past life or something. Like what is that? That's confusing.
Because he said that's not.
Because he said it was Lex's homeworld. I thought Lex was supposed to be from Earth.
Yeah, that's what I thought so too. I didn't understand what they're going with that on that, but overall, I still think this show is really good. It's just what the next article we're going to talk about really bums me the hell out.
Yeah, the next article here is that Superman and Lois is going to go on a hiatus, and Supergirl is going to take over its slot. Now, what happened was, on the set of Superman and Lois, they had a recent COVID-19 test that temporarily delayed production and filming, and it's impacting its position on the CW release schedule, and it requires a little shuffling around in order to fill the gap until the show can catch up to future air dates.
See, I didn't know. I thought they would have filmed all the episodes and then put it on. I never knew they.
Well,
they did
the article
that.
says that Superman and Lois will pause after airing its 5th episode on March 23rd.
Yeah, so we still.
At which point, Supergirl will kick off the beginning of its 6th and final season on March 30th. So, there you go.
So there's, hold on, and so it will be back on May 18th.
Yep.
So, I mean. It kind of sucks because I'd rather go Superman, Lois, and then Supergirl. Just because I don't care. But it just kind of sucks, I guess, because I thought maybe they could have filmed the whole show and then. But I guess shows do that, like film half and then take a couple weeks break and then come back with more.
Yeah.
But at least we got 3 episodes left.
Yeah.
Before we go on break. Yeah, 3 episodes left. So. I guess, we need to be happy with that. We got 3 episodes to watch before it goes on break, but then we'll come back May 18th. So, and it's already been renewed for a 2nd season as well.
That's
after
cool.
The high success of the first thing, because a lot of people are really enjoying this show, and I'm glad you actually gave it a try and enjoyed it as well.
I really did.
It's definitely. I didn't think it would be as good as it is. I was definitely really surprised, but I'm happy, and I can't wait to see how the show goes from now. Definitely with how it ended last episode.
Yeah, I definitely agree with all of that. Next, Chase actually recently got a subscription to Paramount Plus, and he's been watching Drake and Josh, and he said there was iCarly and SpongeBob on there. And they actually recently just announced a new SpongeBob spinoff that's in the works, and it's called The Patrick Star Show. And it's going to debut this summer. And according to this article, it says that Squidward, Sandy, and Mr. Krabs are going to be in it. I guess in younger versions.
Yeah. I'm willing to definitely check it out. It may not be anything great as the regular SpongeBob and everything, but I'm willing just to give it a try because Patrick has always been one of my favorites. So, and I know it's going to be voiced by the same guy, so that's always cool that they're not changing that up. But
yeah.
I'm curious to kind of see what, I guess, his family, because that's kind of, I guess, what it centers around. But let's just see how it is. And I know with Paramount Plus, that new SpongeBob movie's on there, so me and you would definitely
Sponge on the Run.
Me and you would definitely check
also,
that out.
Another SpongeBob show that's coming out,
Camp
Coral, SpongeBob's Under
Years.
Out
too.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, guess SpongeBob's getting the craze again, maybe, and. Let's just see how they all turn out.
And also on a separate note, South Park, apparently, according to this article, for some reason it brings up South Park and The Simpsons. But it says that the South Park has a new pandemic special arriving on March 10th, which I think is called something like Everybody Wants the Vaccine or something.
It's something about that. I seen the commercials.
And then The Simpsons just got renewed for 2 more seasons, which I think they should just end that show already.
I like it. I like Simpsons.
But
I didn't know it was still going on.
According to Chase, he said that Paramount Plus is really worth.
It's definitely it's got a lot of good stuff on there. Definitely, like for me and you, like shows that we grew up watching weekend. Because Drake and Josh, that's the only way you can watch it. And it's in its full and everything. So I definitely recommend, because I believe it starts out at $5.99. So that's not bad at all. So I definitely recommend if I mean, definitely just giving Paramount Plus a try.
Yeah.
I said Disney Plus, my fault. But just definitely give it a try. It's got a lot of good stuff, a lot of good shows, a lot of MTV shows that if you grew up with. But yeah, it's definitely worth it in my opinion.
All right, and many of you all know that there's a Harry Potter RPG game coming out.
Mm-hmm.
That was announced a few years ago, actually. And then we got a trailer for it this year, actually, Hogwarts Legacy. Well, the lead developer of Hogwarts Legacy has actually left the studio after controversy over his personal YouTube channel. Now, on his personal YouTube channel, he basically defended people who were accused of like sexual misconduct, like John Lasseter from Pixar, and according to it also says Atari co-founder Nolan Bushnell, and it's led to an avalanche of people calling for him to be fired, and like some people just want his name completely off of all this. So I guess in regards to that, he says even Warner Brothers and Avalanche knew about his channel, but apparently it wasn't enough, and he just ended up just resigning.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't get fired, I guess.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't have much to kind of say on it, but I mean, I guess like it's kind of what we talked about with the woman from Mandalorian.
Gina Carano?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got their opinions on everything, but
Yeah.
again, just keep it
To yourself.
Yourself, please. That's
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it is. That's all it is. But we're still gonna get the game, right?
Yeah.
Just on a good note, we still will get the game, and I'm definitely really wanting to check it out if I could ever get a PS5.
Yeah, because I've been trying to get a PS5 too, but it's just like every time they're always...
I thought by now, it
would have been okay.
It'd be better. It may still be like tough, but boy, is it still still a challenge. Good luck if you get one. You must be got nothing to do with your life.
Yeah. Well, many people remember back. What was it like? It was like 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
A game called Aliens Colonial Marines came out.
Sucks.
And a lot of people regard it as, I think, possibly one of the worst games of all time on a lot of people's lists.
It's bad.
And definitely the worst alien game.
Yeah, it's bad.
But there's a game coming out called Aliens Fire Team.
Fire Team, yep.
And it's, what a lot of people have likened it to is a Left 4 Dead, but with xenomorphs.
Pretty much.
But for
That's
me
what I got. That's what I got.
But for me personally, it reminds me too much of Colonial Marines.
Yeah, it does. It does easily remind you of it. That's what a lot of people's problem was.
Yeah,
it easily just reminded them of that, and nobody really wants to be reminded of that game, because it's like what the aliens are too easy to kill. It needs to be like what Alien Isolation did. I know you said a lot of people didn't, I guess, like the game as much.
Yeah,
as I thought they did, but it was just one of those games where the aliens aren't that easy to kill. I mean, they're not that simple. I mean, if you're the Predator, maybe not to normal people, but I mean, the game doesn't look terrible. But again, like I said, it reminds me too much of Alien Colonial Marines, and that game isn't good. So I really don't think this one's gonna be too good either. To be honest, I'm not too much. Like I said, the movies are all right, but I'm not too much of an Alien guy. I'm more of a Predator.
Well, didn't they say this game was going to be for PS4?
Is it really?
I thought I read that. I thought I read like PC and PS4. Where is it? Because it was somewhere on here. Xbox One, Xbox XS, PS4, PS5, and PC. So it's going to be pretty much every platform except for Switch.
Yeah.
Do you have a PS4?
I still have PS4.
You can probably pick it up whenever it comes out and just see how it is.
Do we know when it's coming out, or it was this just not much? I don't think there's much of it.
It says this summer, so
yeah, I'll probably definitely check it out and see how it is, and let you know if it's worth. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think it's gonna be as good as Alien Isolation ever was.
You don't think so?
No. Who knows? It might. Maybe it's better than that Predator game. There's a Predator game for PS4. Never played it, but just it's that kind of online game like Friday 13th game.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just gonna be. This is gonna be kind of similar to it, maybe just a little bit different. But that's it. I just want to say next week's show is gonna be a big one. So we're definitely gonna have a lot to talk about. We're gonna have Snyder Cut to talk about. Winter Soldier and Falcon first episode.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure there's probably going to be more information about Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah,
that's going to come
coming out in a few weeks. This is going to be like starting next week, and the further on there, it's gonna be a big couple weeks because I know we're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I can't wait to talk about Snyder Cut and see what goes on and. See how Falcon and Winter Soldier does, because I know me and you were talking about it before the show. We're just hoping it succeeds, because that's one thing we did not talk about.
What?
We did not talk about WandaVision.
We can do that now.
The season finale, folks.
We can do that now.
Overall, I thought the season finale was good, and it's you, me, and a lot of other people. I think watching these theories and hearing these theories, I think got our hopes up about it and made it not as good as we wanted it to be. Because there was no Luke Skywalker cameo, no Mephisto, which I still think he'll come around eventually.
I think that the end credit scene was possibly her kids in hell, the hell dimension.
That's where I was thinking.
Well,
too.
where they might go the route of what they did in the comics, where they're shards of Mephisto's soul, but their souls are in hell right now, and Wanda is going to tear open the multiverse trying to go look for them.
Yeah.
And that's where probably all the multiverse stuff's going to come in.
And
another thing, too, what was I going to say?
Totally remembers, but I want to talk about the bright spots of the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Was the White Vision. I just think he looks cool. And I'm curious to see what they do with what they did. Is he going to be... Because he's still out there. Mm-hmm. And basically he is Vision now.
Yeah, he has the Vision's memories.
So I'm curious to see what they do. They kind of like he left and that was that.
Well, I'm thinking basically what a lot of other people are thinking is that we have Vision back.
Yeah.
Like actual Vision.
Yeah.
Because it's his original body with his original memories. So I think when you put those two together, we have the original Vision back. To some extent. We don't know if he's going to have the emotion that the original Vision had.
Yeah.
I think he might. But it just depends on how they're going to do this.
The other bright spot was Scarlet Witch's actual costume.
Yeah, we got that.
Finally. And may I say, it was great. I liked it a lot. I thought it was awesome. And I'm curious to see what they do with Agatha. Because she is now...
just a permanent resident there.
Town. Yeah. But what the show did good, I will also say, is it set up 3 of the... MCU movies.
Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness with that second end credit scene.
Yeah.
The first end credit scene with the scroll, they set up Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah, and then Ant-Man with Woo's character become the same, right?
Yeah, Jimmy Woo.
Yeah, come in like what is he, like the head person basically now?
I think so.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
But I mean, that's setting up 3 movies. I really enjoyed the first end credit scene. Second one, I didn't understand as much at first, but the first one, seeing the scrolls and kind of seeing like, so where you got to go. And she wants it. I thought that was cool. But like I said, overall, like I said, if you heard the theories and heard everything, it's definitely going to disappoint you. Mm-hmm. Which sucks because I was wanting to see Mephisto, but we always thought he was there somewhere. But I guess he wasn't.
Yeah.
But I also was glad the show kind of got right into it. They didn't mess around from the first thing. We're at it. We're going. But sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good. One of the big revelations that was a huge disappointment for me and a lot of other people. That was a huge revelation that a lot of people were kind of pissed about. Was the fact that they reduced Evan Peters as Quicksilver.
Yeah, that's true.
To a boner joke.
That was ridiculous.
They revealed that he is Agnes's quote-unquote husband, Ralph.
That's ridiculous.
We learned that it was basically just Ralph Boner with a enchanted necklace that Agatha put on him, so he was basically under her spell the whole time.
Kind
And it really was just a random guy that she put a spell on to be fake Pietro.
Do you know what that
And
reminded
all of
me
that,
of?
and Evan Peters cast just for a fucking boner joke.
It was ridiculous. But you know what it reminded me of? Iron Man 2.
Oh, with
No,
the Mandarin?
three. Sorry,
With
Iron
the
Man
Mandarin?
3. Yep.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
Hey, the way I look at it is, we're getting real Mandarin in Shang-Chi, which
True.
which is supposed to come out, I think,
True. At
this
least
year or next year.
Yeah,
I think it's this year.
This year.
Yeah.
So at least they know they messed up, so they're actually going to bring him.
Also,
But this one was a waste.
we don't have to wait until December for the next Marvel movie, because I think the next Marvel movie is May with Black Widow.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think July is...
I think we have another one.
July might be Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
And then I think I think September or October might be Eternals. Because I know Eternals and Shang-Chi both come out this year.
Yes.
So does Black Widow.
And then Spider-Man.
Because I know Black Widow was meant to come out after Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
It just hasn't yet.
Yeah.
But it'll get a chance this year, I think.
Yeah, it will get.
And I wonder how
no doubt about it.
God, there's so many possibilities with Black Widow too.
Oh yeah,
like what they could do with that. But like we still have Shang-Chi and the Eternals, and then in December we get Spider-Man 3. So we still have like 3 or 4 Marvel movies coming out this year. I know it doesn't feel like it considering we're in March.
We still got Loki. We still got Loki coming up.
Yeah, the Loki show's still coming up. So I'm thinking between movies also they're going to be running those Marvel shows and stuff. So they're going to be having a steady stream of like MCU related content. Like coming out here pretty soon. Like WandaVision was just the start. Like from now up until Spider-Man, there's pretty much going to be a steady stream. Because isn't it like after Falcon and Winter Soldier, like the week after is when Loki premieres?
I think so. It's just kind of like what they did with.
They give each show a week break in between, and then the next show starts, and the show after starts a week after.
Don't we have the What If coming too?
The What If comes out in the fall.
See,
so I think the What If might be coming out after Loki.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're a Marvel fan, they got you good. They got you hooked up.
Yeah.
Just like I said, with what you said about Evan Peters and everything, that sucked. You thought maybe we were getting there to X-Men. Wrong. So I guess X-Men are still not coming.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, overall, for the first Marvel show on Disney Plus, I give it a thumbs up. It was good. It was definitely something good.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see maybe what Falcon and Winter Soldier does. Still a little curious, but Loki is my most anticipated show. But like I said, next week's going to be a big show, and I can't wait to talk to you all about all that goodness.
Yeah. And if you haven't yet, be sure to give us a like and a subscribe. Like Chase mentioned at the beginning, we have a new subscriber. We don't know.
Yep.
I think there might be a chance we can see who it is, but I'm not sure how to do that yet. But
whoever you are, thank you.
Thank you for subscribing. And if you're watching this, give it a like and subscribe. I know I just said that. But,
yep. And follow us on Instagram. Give us a like on Facebook. Me and Dylan both have a TikTok.
He probably posts more than I do. He posts like movie reviews.
I have three videos,
stuff like that on there.
The
What's your name on there?
Nerd_King 96.
All right. Is there anything else?
So if you give us a like and a follow, subscribe, anything just helps the channel. We really appreciate it. And like I said, we got a big show coming up, so we'll talk to you all next week.
All right. Bye.